तुम्हें याद करती ये बगिया तुम्हारी महका रहे हैं जग के चमन को हम फूल तेरे हैं कलियां तुम्हारी मेरे ब्रह्मा बाबा मधुबन के माली तुम्हें याद करती ये बगिया तुम्हारी मेरे ब्रह्मा बाबा। ये शांति स्तंभ है तेरी निशानी कुर्बानी की कह रहा है कहानी। ये शांति स्तंभ है तेरी निशानी कुर्बानी की कह रहा है कहानी। वही प्यार उपकार को सोच करके सजल हो गई बाबा अखियाँ हमारी मेरे ब्रह्मा बाबा मधुबन के माली तुम्हें याद करती ये बगिया तुम्हारी मेरे ब्रह्मा बाबा। हमें देखते हो खड़े पास कब से अव्यक्त होते भी हो साथ सबके। हमें देखते हो खड़े पास कब से अव्यक्त होते भी हो साथ सबके। ऐसा ही आभास कमरे में होता यही कह रही प्यारी कुटिया तुम्हारी मेरे ब्रह्मा बाबा मधुबन के माली तुम्हें याद करती ये बगिया तुम्हारी मेरे ब्रह्मा बाबा।
ओम शांति शांति ओम शांति शांति। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो होगा दूर अंधेरा। शिव का कर लो ध्यान आ रहा पावन पुण्य सवेरा। ज्योति जगा लो होगा दूर अंधेरा ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति
Om Shanti. We are very, very fortunate this morning that Charlie Bhai is with us. I think everybody knows Charlie Bhai very well. Charlie Bhai is with Baba more than 50 years, so you can imagine he has wealth of knowledge, wealth of experiences. And with his beautiful qualities, Charlie Bhai is sustaining our Asia Pacific region as well as the whole world. And on behalf of Asia Pacific region, I would like to welcome Charlie Bhai with beautiful roses. Welcome, Charlie Bhai. Welcome.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much, Bhavanaben.
So now Charlie Bhai will read Murli for us and he will share a little bit his sharing. And we have also received this morning Mohini Didi and Gentimen's beautiful video messages. So after Charlie Bhai's class, we will listen their messages for 18 January. So over to you, Charlie Bhai.
So thank you so much, Bhavanaben. And it's so lovely to be with the divine family of the whole region for this most special day of our Brahman year. And I think Baba has referred to the 18th of January as the day of love, the day of remembrance, the day of power. And I think all three are experienced on this day. And my feeling is it creates such a beautiful atmosphere, not just in our centers, but the whole world. It's like our whole family comes together to celebrate the greatest achievement of a human soul in eternity, to become a full angel. And this morning I was picturing in my mind 57 years ago to this day, we were actually, Baba was coming out of his room in Pandav Bhavan, and I was just watching Baba walking up to the history hall. This is all in the recording in my mind. And Baba sitting down and speaking the last Murli that he ever spoke. And then Baba would take leave. He would go to the door and give drishti to the children. And he walked out of the history hall, down the steps on the sister's side, and walked to his room and lay down on his bed, which is still there. It's still in Baba's room in Pandav Bhavan. And Daddyji followed him and went into the room and held his hand. And over 20 years ago, Daddyji was in Sydney, and she told us the whole story. It was so moving. We all had tears in our eyes because Daddyji was holding Baba's hand and she felt the energy going. She felt the energy leaving. The one who had been the seed of the yagya, the one who had brought them up, nurtured them, sustained them, given them so much love, was departing. And I can remember she told us that as Baba, she felt Baba leaving, she went, Baba, Baba. The way she said it, it was so emotional. And even Daddyji told us that I've told this story hundreds of times. And this was the first time even she had a few tears herself. And the tears were of love, just the incredible love of this soul who became a full angel. And really, later on, Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba said the reason he became the full angel so he could serve 24/7. He is now still serving. He doesn't need to eat. He doesn't need to sleep. And once even Daddy Janki said that she felt 50% of the service in the conference age was done by this incredible soul. And so we come together on this day not to worship him and praise him really, but to learn and be inspired by his example. Because a few days later there was a cremation. Many of the instruments from the beginning came to Pandav Bhavan. And the cremation was where the Tower of Peace is now. And then on the 21st, as we know, I couldn't get any messages from Baba, but on the 21st, Daddy Gozar went into trance, and that became the first Avyakt Murli, the second phase of the yajna. And so today, really, we have such a beautiful Murli. And we have, as we traditionally do on the 18th of January, a Sakha Murli and an Avyakt Murli. And you know, when I started my journey with Baba, we were told to listen in soul consciousness. And I think, you know, the teacher is eternally soul conscious. And when we listen in that state, you know, the truth goes so deep inside. And this is such a beautiful Sakha and Avyakt Murli. So let's all listen in that very sweet state of mind, the soul conscious stage. So these are Bap Dada's invaluable, elevated versions to be read in morning class on the day of remembrance of Pitashri. Sweet children, you have to fill your aprons with the jewels of this knowledge and also donate them. The more you show the path to others, the more blessings you will receive. Om Shanti. Sweet children, you have to remember firmly that Shiv Baba is teaching us. Shiv Baba is the purifier and also the bestower of salvation. Salvation means he gives us the kingdom of heaven. Baba is so sweet. He sits and teaches us children with so much love. The Father is teaching us through Dada. Baba is so sweet and he loves us so much. He doesn't give us any difficulty. He simply says, remember me and remember the cycle. With the Father's remembrance, let your heart become very cool. Let the remembrance of the one Father harass you because you receive such a great inheritance from the Father. Look at yourself and see how much love you have for the Father and to what extent you have divine virtues. Because you children are now changing from thorns into flowers. The more you stay in yoga, the more you will accordingly change from thorns into flowers and also continue to become Satopradhan. Once you have become flowers, what will happen? You will not be able to stay here. The garden of flowers is heaven. Those who change many thorns into flowers are called truly fragrant flowers. They will never prick anyone. Anger is also a big thorn. It causes sorrow for many. Now you children have come from the world of thorns to the shores. You are now at the confluence age. Just as a gardener plants plants in separate pots, in the same way you flowers have also been placed separately in the confluence-aged pots. You flowers will then go to heaven. The iron-aged thorns will be burnt away. You, sweet children, know that you receive an imperishable inheritance from the Paralokic Father. Those who are the true children, who have complete love for Bap-Dada, will have a lot of happiness that we are becoming the masters of the world. Yes, it is only by making effort that you can become the masters of the world, and not just by saying it. The especially beloved children always remember that they are once again establishing the Sun Dynasty and the Moon Dynasty kingdoms for themselves. The Father says, sweet children, the more you benefit many others, the greater the reward you will receive. When you show the path to many others, the result, you will receive blessings from many. You have to fill your aprons with the jewels of knowledge and then donate them to others. The ocean of knowledge is giving you platefuls of the jewels of knowledge. Those who donate these jewels are loved by everyone. So first, Baba said we get so many blessings and also loved by everyone. Children, you should have so much happiness inside yourselves. Sensible children will say that they will claim the full inheritance from Baba. They would cling to the Father. And they would have a lot of love for the Father because they know they have found the Father who has given them life. Beautiful, isn't it? Baba has given us true life, new life. He gives you such a blessing of this knowledge that you completely change from what you were. We become solvent from being insolvent. He makes our treasure store overflow. The more you remember the Father, the more love you will have, and there will be a pull. So the more I remember Baba, the more love I feel, and there's a natural pull. I don't have to push myself to remember. There's a natural attraction. When a needle is clean, it is pulled by a magnet. The rust will continue to be removed by having remembrance of the Father. Children, do not remember anyone except the one Father. The Father explains, sweet children, do not be careless now. Become spinners of the discus of self-realization. Become a lighthouse. When you develop the practice of being a spinner of the discus of self-realization, you will become like an ocean of knowledge. Just as students study and become teachers, this is your business. Make everyone into a spinner of the discus of self-realization, for only then will you become rulers of the globe. And this is why Baba always asks the children, are you sitting here as spinners of the discus of self-realization? The Father is also the spinner of the discus of self-realization, is he not? The Father has come to take you, sweet children, back home. Without you, children, even I feel restless. How sweet is Baba? I mean, can he express more love than he does? He does it in so many ways. Without the children, even I feel restless. When it is time, I feel restless. Okay, I now have to go. Baba has to come down. The children are calling out a lot. They are very unhappy. There is mercy for them. You children now have to return home. Then from there you will go down by yourselves to the land of happiness. I will not become your companion there. You souls will go down according to your own stage. So Baba really talking about the influence of our stage on others. The more you children stay in remembrance of the Father, the more impact there will be on others when you explain to them. You must not speak a lot. When you speak even a little in soul consciousness, the arrow will hit the target. The Father says, children, the past is the past. Now, first of all, reform yourselves. If you yourselves do not have remembrance and continue to tell others to do so, this cheating will not work. Definitely your conscience will bite you inside. When there isn't complete love for the Father, what is the result? When there's not complete love for the Father, you don't follow Srimad. No one else can give the teachings that the unlimited Father gives. The Father says, sweet children, now forget this old world. At the end, you will have to forget everything. Your intellects will then be connected with the land of peace and the land of happiness. By remembering the Father, you will then go to the Father. Impure souls cannot go there. That is the home of pure souls. This body is made of the 5 elements. The 5 elements pull you to stay here because the soul has taken this property. This property, this body is the property of 5 elements, pulls me. This is why there is attachment to the body. You now have to remove that attachment to your bodies and return to your home. These 5 elements do not exist there in the home. In the Golden Age, bodies are created by the power of yoga. The elements are Sattva-Pradhan. And so there is no pull or any sorrow. These are very refined matters to understand. Here, the power of the 5 elements pulls souls. And what's the effect of that? The soul is under the influence of the elements of matter. Baba says, and this is why they don't feel like leaving their bodies. Otherwise, there should be greater happiness in this. You will become pure and leave your bodies as though, such a sweet sentence this, you are pulling a hair out of butter. Do you feel that's going to be in this life, how you will leave the body? So easily. So all the effort becoming detached from the body and the elements of matter, I just fly so easily. So attachment to the body and everything else has to be finished. We have no connection with it. We are simply going to Baba. We have to get our bags and baggage ready in this world and send them there beforehand. It's like, in a way, our fortune, our good actions, we send it there. They cannot go with us, but yes, souls do have to go back. The bodies have to be left behind here. Baba has given us visions of new bodies. We will receive palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. We have to make so much effort to go to such a land of happiness. Children, you mustn't get tired. Day and night, you have to earn a lot of income. And this is why Baba says, "O children who have conquered sleep, constantly remember me alone, and also churn the ocean of this knowledge." By keeping the secrets of the drama in your intellects will become very cool. Those who are the Maharati children will never shake. They will remember Shiv Baba, and so he will look after them. The Father liberates you children from sorrow and gives you the donation of peace. You too have to donate peace. Your unlimited peace, that is, your power of yoga, will make others completely peaceful. Just stay in remembrance of the Father and then see whether that soul belongs to your clan or not. If he does, he will become completely peaceful. Only those who belong to this clan will be interested in these things. When you children remember the Father, he also loves you. When we remember Baba with love, we receive so much love. The soul is loved. You also know that those who have performed a lot of devotion will also study a lot. You can tell from their faces how much love they have for the Father. The soul sees the Father. The Father is teaching us souls. The Father also understands, I am teaching such tiny points, souls. As you progress, that will become your stage. You will understand that you are teaching your brothers, even though it may be a face of a sister. Your vision will go to the soul. Let the vision not fall on the body at all. This requires a lot of effort. Children, these are very refined matters. The second time Baba has said, the depth, very refined. This study is very elevated. If you were to weigh it, the scale would be heavier on the side of this study. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children. And the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. So how did you feel? Just, Baba's truth is like, how can you say, it's like liquid truth. It just goes so deep into the soul. Each sentence, isn't it, just hits so deeply, so sweet. And the next Murli, we have an Avyakt Murli, as is the tradition on the 18th, a short Avyakt Murli. And this Avyakt Murli was spoken on the 9th of December, 1975. And why I say this is because I arrived in Madhban my first time on the 5th of December, 1975. So I think this was the second or third Murli, maybe the second Murli that I listened to live. So the essence of this Murli, the specialty of the gathering of Mahavirs is their constant and focused stage. The specialty of the gathering of Mahavirs is their constant and focused stage. A Mahavir, we often translate as very great spiritual warrior, effort maker. A Mahavir means a special soul. What is the specialty of the gathering of special souls? At the present time, the specialty of special souls should be of everyone having a constant and focused stage at the same time. That is, you should all simultaneously be able to stabilize in a particular stage for as long as you want. Let everyone's finger of thought collectively be the same. Until the gathering has this practice, it cannot achieve success. If you were now to receive an order to finish all waste thoughts for 5 minutes and become stable in a constant, powerful stage, do you have such a practice? Let it not be that some become stable in the stage of churning, some in the stage of a heart-to-heart conversation, and others would be in an Avyakt stage. If you receive an order to become stable in the seed stage, and you begin to have a heart-to-heart conversation instead, that is not obeying an order, is it? It's deep, isn't it? Can I take my mind in the direction Baba asks whenever I want? Which is really that sense of self-mastery. Only when you finish all waste thoughts will you be able to practice this. Upheaval takes place. What is the reason? Because of waste thoughts. Therefore, what particular power do you need to make your gathering powerful and united, through which all waste thoughts would finish? For this, to finish waste and make our family united, for this you need faith and the power to accommodate. The thread to connect the gathering is faith. Even if someone has done something wrong, whatever he did, according to his sanskaras and the time, was significant according to the gathering. There is benefit wherever there is a collective form of service being done. When you move along while seeing the sanskaras of others with your merciful vision and not keeping their sanskaras in front of you. Only when all in the gathering have such faith in one another can there be success. Isn't that wonderful? It's not that I'm just making effort for myself, but when I really don't see the sanskaras of others and have mercy, it's like this is having faith in each other. I have faith in Baba, faith in myself, and faith in everyone I'm working with. Only when all in the gathering have such faith in one another can there be success. Do not have waste thoughts beforehand. Some souls may even be able to realize their own mistakes, but they would not spread those mistakes around. They would instead merge them within themselves. If others were to spread the knowledge of those mistakes of theirs, they would feel bad about it. In this way, this is an incredible sentence, consider the mistake of others to be your own and not spread them around. I remember Baba defined that as mercy. Whatever I see, whatever I hear, I never repeat, and I don't even think about it. This is having mercy for others. Do not create waste thoughts, but instead accommodate their mistakes. Let there be that much faith in one another. You should be able to put everything right with the power of love. In a worldly way, people do not speak about things in their own home to others outside because it only brings a loss to their own home. So those from within the home don't talk about their family members to others, brings a loss. Within a gathering, whatever your companion did, there must definitely be some significance in that. Even if he has done something wrong, even then you should transform him. Interact with one another, having both of these types of faith. Only then will there be success in the gathering. For this, you need the power to accommodate to a greater extent. You have to merge waste thoughts. Never compare the sanskaras of the past with those of the present time. That is, do not make the past your present. They say in this world that sometimes 70% of our thoughts are of the past. So often we remember the behaviors, the things that have happened, and overlay them on the present. Creates waste. It is when you mix the present with the past that you create a long queue of waste thoughts. Then, as long as there is that queue of waste thoughts, the result, there cannot be a stable, united stage in the gathering. So lovely, isn't it? It's like Baba giving us all the individual responsibility of creating unity in the gathering. We are all responsible. So beautiful. To consider the mistakes of someone else to be your own is to strengthen the gathering. This will only happen when you have faith in one another. The faith to bring about transformation and to bring benefit. Therefore, you definitely need the power to accommodate. Whatever you see or hear, accommodate that completely within yourself, and then have the same spiritual vision and benevolent feelings. For those who do not have this knowledge, you say that you have to uplift those who defame you. Similarly, within the gathering too, you have to have mercy for one another. Baba's giving us the result now. At present, you do not have very much mercy, and the practice of the soul conscious stage is therefore also lacking. Only when there is such a powerful gathering will there be success. At the moment, you have to invoke success, but later on, success will bow down to you. So Baba's really saying we're trying hard to create success, but when we come together, have faith in each other in this way, success will invoke success. It's an automatic consequence. Perhaps we could say that the success of service is when we all to come together in this way with so much unity, so much faith in each other. Just as nature becomes your servant in the golden age, in the same way success will also bow down to you. Success will invoke all of you. Since this knowledge is so elevated and you have a powerful stage, success is not a big thing. So it is not possible for those who practice this all the time. I'll repeat that sentence, I'm sorry. So is it not possible that those who practice this all the time would not achieve that success? So you need this power in the gathering. When someone says something, others should accept it. You mustn't use the power to face in any Brahman gathering. You have to use the power to face. How do we use the power to face? To confront Maya, not others, Maya. When you use the power to face with the family, the gathering does not become powerful. Even if you do not like something, you should still have regard for one another. You must not cut off someone's ideas or words at that time. Therefore, you now have to imbibe the power to accommodate. The power to accommodate everybody. Listen to their ideas, listen to their thoughts, give them that respect. even if in a way your idea is different, still Baba's saying, continue to give this regard to everybody. And it's like that behavior strengthens our unity, doesn't it? It makes us all close when we can be so generous towards each other. Therefore, you now have to imbibe the power to accommodate. Let the language you use in any gathering of Brahman children be that of Avyakt feelings, as though angels are speaking to angels, souls to souls. Do not accept in your thoughts anyone's mistakes you may have heard about, and do not make others accept them either. Only when you have such a stage will you be able to put the pure desires of the Father into practice. For this, let there be a special exchange of each one's effort, as well as each one's special experiences. When such special programs of yoga continue to take place, the flames of destruction will be fanned. The fire of destruction will start from the fire of yoga. Acha. Such powerful words from Baba. And Baba's really saying that when we have this stage of mercy, when we have this stage of generosity, when we have this stage of not repeating the faults of others, not even having the thoughts, not even letting the waste, then we will fulfill the desires of Baba. It's like Baba pulling us up to his state, such a purity of mind. And I remember once Baba saying that unity is based on individual purity. We can only have this quality of unity when all of us have this purity. And this purity of not the 3 Pas we heard about a few weeks ago, Pachintan, just thinking about people, Padarshan, seeing people. In a way, I feel that so many of the Murlis of recent times, the Avyakt Murlis, are just children. Let go all these feelings of and reactions to others, go beyond it. And that is really being liberated in life. Just free yourself. And sometimes I think it's almost like a choice. We live in such a world, every imaginable human behavior is happening around us. But I have a choice. Do I allow it to enter my mind, create waste thoughts, my stage comes down, or do I really become the detached observer? And so beautifully, Baba's encouraging us that success in our gathering is really to not have this waste and not talk about it. Not just not talk about it, don't think about it. Baba gives us such high aims, so very lovely. So the blessing. May you be one in white clothes, in a white light, and reveal yourself as an Avyakt angelic form while in your corporeal form. The sound is now spreading everywhere. Who are these people in white, and where have they come from? Now reveal yourselves as angelic forms everywhere. This is called a form of double service. Just as there are clouds everywhere, similarly, emerge everywhere in your angelic forms. Wherever people look, let them only see angels. However, this will only happen. When will the images of all of Baba's children be seen everywhere? when you become detached from your bodies and practice traveling with your inner subtle bodies, and your minds are powerful. The slogan. In order to have a right to all virtues and all powers, be obedient. And the Avyakt signal. Just as the Father is constantly independent, become like the Father in the same way. Bap-Dada can no longer bear to see the children dependent. If you are not able to make yourselves independent, if you yourselves continue to fall because of your weaknesses, how will you then become world transformers? Now increase this awareness. I am a master almighty authority. Then by having this awareness, you will easily become free from all cages and become a flying bird. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So what are the feelings inside you at the moment listening to this pure truth from Baba? And in the Sakamoli, Baba encouraging us to donate the jewels of knowledge and give to everybody. Bestow, and then we will receive blessings and love as a result. And in the second Avyakt Murli, which we listened to, I don't know, when you listen to that, how do you feel? I just feel so inspired to have this clean attitude that Baba has. I honestly feel that for most of we Baba's children, we have so much love and faith in Baba, so much effort in service, but we still allow ourselves to come under the influence of each other and disturb each other. And yet Baba was saying today, what is it to have faith in each other? To have such faith, not only in Baba, but in each member of the family that Baba has found. And meaning really the result of that faith, the outcome of that faith, is not even to have waste thoughts about others, not to have negative thoughts about others, and having mercy for others is not to spread it in the atmosphere. And then what did Baba say? That will be the real success of Baba's task. Not so much all the events we do outside, there's nothing wrong with that, but actually when we all come together with such a purity of attitude, because our world is the absolute opposite at the moment. When we have the courage to take full responsibility for me and have that merciful attitude, to me it's been the driving theme from Avyakt Bap-Dada in many different ways for months and months and months of these Avyakt Murlis, and this one was from 1975. And sometimes I've had the thought myself that, what is the main things of this life with Baba? Firstly, to practice soul consciousness. That's a journey till the day I die. Secondly, remembrance, remembrance, remembrance. And that is the pilgrimage, the inner pilgrimage at each moment of the day. But thirdly, to see the value of every soul around me. We've had this deep sanskara for half a cycle to pick up the defect, to pick up the weakness, the inner training to really have such mercy. Then we all move as one, as a huge family, and Baba will be glorified. And that's really what I took in the message. And what did Baba say? It should be like angels speaking to angels, souls speaking to souls. How beautiful is that? And in a way, our face speaks. the face, when the mind is really full of those good feelings, pure feelings, others feel safe, they feel welcome, they feel belonging, they feel uplifted just by, in a way, my quality of my thoughts. I always feel that everyone can feel the thoughts in our mind. Everyone can feel them. And when you have pure thoughts, people feel close. If I'm carrying waste, people's hearts don't come so close. Anyway, we're really talking about Baba's amazing qualities and how much love he has had for each child. And, I sometimes share that when I was only maybe less than a year in Guyana, and I was in London, I had been to Madhaban for the first time, and I came back to London and I was living just opposite the centre in Tennyson Road, which was the main centre where Dadi, Jentiben and Sudesh Didi were living. And we had a little Pandav Bhavan just opposite. A few brothers were living there. And twice I had an experience of trance. It was very brief. And I didn't even realize what it was at first until I spoke to Jentiben. But I had this sensation of flying an infinite distance. And Baba says, that the subtle regions beyond the sun, moon, and stars. And I just came in front of the face of this angel. And I often think how to describe the beauty of that face. Dadi Gulzar spent so much of her time in the subtle region that the color of that region, the nature of that region is totally unique. And Baba's face was so beautiful, it's hard to describe in physical terms because it was glowing, it was shining, it was radiating with a purity that was so powerful, and a love and a welcoming and a belonging. And it's almost like I felt Baba introduced me to the angel Brahma. And the result of all his efforts, really when we think of his life, from a Lokik life with a family, with a business, with everything. And his love for Shiv Baba took him to that destination. He just had this absolute recognition instantly, and absolute obedience and absolute love for one. And in a way, I often feel, what do I really get from my relationship with Brahma Baba? To me, I feel he teaches me how to love Shiv Baba. And that really the whole formula to progress is to fall in love with that one. And I have this sense that as soon as Baba was introduced, that was his focus. Even though he had all the responsibilities of the yagya, all the children, the ups and downs of the children, all the difficulties of the world, he never let his focus waver from his absolute love and obedience to one. And in a way, he was the pioneer, wasn't he? He had no one to follow, no one. We all have, we can see him, we know where to go, and we could see the daddies. But he was this incredible pioneer. But I feel he never let his vision go this way or that way. He just had this incredible love. And sometimes I just have that image of the beauty of that face. And then I think, well, what's he doing now? When he was in the corporeal, he was absolutely benevolent. But Bab Dada once said that the reason he became Avyakt was to serve more, to serve 24/7. And this is what he's doing now, he's serving 24/7. Wherever he thinks, that's where he is. Just imagine. And, I said earlier too that Daddy Yankee said that she felt 50% of world transformation is done through this soul. Now, we can't say that for sure, but what she's saying is he does so much. He's the first soul, and he's Adam, he's Brahma, he's Adam, he's the first man, and his part is so extraordinary. And what is he doing now? And once Daddy was saying that first he came in the Avyakt form. He came and met the children. So most of us have experienced the meeting with Avyakt Bapdada. Once I was in Madhavan and Baba came for 16 hours, came at 6 p.m. and left at something like 10 a.m. the next morning. Giving, 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 giving. And that really, it's like the role of the angel, which he is, absolute love for one and absolute mercy for all of humanity. One of my favorite things that Baba used to say was, children, can you hear the cries of the devotees? Can you hear the sorrow of all of the human family? And we're the ancestor souls, the way Baba says it. And he said things like, oh gods and goddesses, can you hear these cries? And then sometimes Baba has said, you can't hear, because sometimes we get so self-absorbed in me and my story, my problems, my situation, my challenges. And yet really he showed us, fall in love with one and serve, serve, serve. Not serve to drain, not serve to exhaust, but serve out of that absolute love for one. The absolute expression of love for Shiv Baba is to do his service. And really, so first the Avyakt part. And secondly, Daddy was saying that touching intellects. And really Baba's part of just touching intellects, opening the part for souls. And I was sharing a story, some of you maybe yesterday, that Luciana in Brazil was telling us that Sister Mahini was there once and she offered Borg to Baba. And Baba gave a beautiful message for Brazil and then said, Baba can touch anyone's intellect, but the children aren't ready. And Luciana said she thought, Baba, why aren't we ready? Baba, why aren't we ready? And then the next week, she said she was run by one of the main television stations in the country. It's a big country, a few 100 million people, and asked to do the 7-day course on television. And guess what? Thousands came and they weren't ready. They didn't have an infrastructure. And she said, it's almost like Baba said, well, child, look at this. And in a way, I've learned recently to relax. Everything is okay. Baba's at the helm. And when he needs to touch intellects to make things happen, the angel Brahma will do that. Help comes. And the third thing Daddy was saying, which I found really fascinating, and I think we all experience it. Sometimes when you're traveling in this life and we come to a block in our sanskaras, or something happens and I lose a bit of confidence in myself and my ability to become pure, to transform. We all know that we go through the periods that are a bit struggling, a bit dark. And sometimes it can go for a few days, sometimes a few weeks, even longer. And sometimes just the air clears. And there's no real conscious reason why sometimes it seems like a breakthrough. And Daddy was saying, this is the support of the angel Brahma. And look how egoless he is. He's serving, we get the benefit. And yet he's just doing it in such an incognito way. And even Daddy was also saying once that he's settled his karmic account. He's created his fortune. He could go and relax now. But what is he doing? He's inspiring us to do elevated actions. And even his inspiration, in a sense, his elevated karma is going into our account. So he's created his fortune. He's almost helping us to create our fortune as well. How selfless is Baba? How benevolent is the angel Brahma? And after all these years, not one other has become an angel like this one. The daddies, what incredible jewels. But they've taken their part, they've taken rebirth for the advanced party. But this one is doing this unlimited service day and night, touching intellects, influencing atmospheres, and supporting all of us. And I sometimes feel that, where does my mind really live? Does it live in the external world, where my mind is so caught up with people, situations, stories? Easy to be there because that's where the whole world lives. Is my mind caught up in the internal world of my karmic story, my feelings, my past, all that? Or is my mind in Baba's world? Because when I really am in Baba's world, Baba can touch me. It's like I go beyond and I'm in the subtle region. Then Baba can really influence me. If I'm so caught in the world outside or the world inside, I think Baba's at a distance. And sometimes I think about this because once Baba met an Australian brother, and Baba said, sit at Amrit Vela with a plain intellect, and Baba will touch it. And we had a long discussion that how often do we sit and we have so many processing my feelings, my story, what's going on, even thinking of service. And so can Baba really influence me? Can the angel Brahma, can Bap Dada really influence me? And in a way, it's like practicing to be detached from myself, just sit in front of Baba, detached from myself. So Baba, I'm really under Baba's influence, not being caught up in so many different things. And, sometimes I think that, Baba's personality, it's such an incredible personality. And I had many meetings with Baba where I really realized too just how much Baba knew about my life. Sometimes maybe we wonder, well, how much does Baba really know? And once I was meeting Baba, and I did share this yesterday because there was a little bit of chit chat from Hong Kong. It was lovely. That I had moved from Melbourne to Sydney. Niveba had asked me to move. And when I came to Sydney, there was a brother's house and they were having some problems. And I was pretty new myself, only a few years in Guyana. And so I went to Madhaban and we had personal meetings in the history hall. And I sat in front of Baba, and Baba would always meet with his loving drishti. And then Baba asked me a question. He said, is everyone happy with you? I didn't answer the question. And then Baba said, don't worry, some aren't happy with Baba. Like he went out of his way to make me feel okay. And then Baba explained. He said, sometimes Baba meets one for 10 minutes and the other one for 3 minutes. And the one who has me, he meets for 3 minutes, starts to feel, why didn't Baba meet me for longer? Why didn't Baba do this? And really for a few minutes, Baba knew my situation and was encouraging me not to let this affect me or influence me. It was so reassuring. And the reassurance was the feeling that the angel Brahma was present, the angel Brahma was supporting, the angel Brahma is really with us. If we can keep myself in that subtle region, not get too absorbed in me, my life, my story, my situation, sometimes that's a trap, even though Baba says, learn about yourself, but we can get trapped in that stage. And, I suppose for me, sometimes when I think about Brahma Baba and Avyakt Bap Dada, Shiv Baba makes me pure and he will take me home. Brahma Baba helps me live in this world and face everything. And really, when I think, when I was 10 years in Gyan, and a group of us were meeting Baba, Baba asked us our specialty. What is your specialty? He didn't tell us at first. No one said anything. But when he came to me, he said, your specialty is your love for Brahma Baba. Now, I always felt close, but that made me feel even much closer. And I really reflected of all the things Shiv Baba gives me, but also what do I receive from Brahma Baba? And I think the main thing is this incredible courage to face anything. To become pure in the old world is not like going to your auntie's home, as we all know. And he did it. He had to face everything. And when I was in Hyderabad just last year, and I just saw Baba's home where the satsang started, and Omnivas where the Kumaris and Mama started to live at the beginning. It was so simple. It was so small. And he had the whole world against him. But he didn't shake. Not only did he not shake, he didn't even have bad feelings for those who were against him because he knew the whole story of what was really happening. And I get so much, I'd say, courage to face situations, deal with situations, not let things get to me, because he put himself under the canopy of one, and that kept him so strong and stable. And just finally, I'll share something because I know we have to move. That Daddy Janki told us a lovely story about this. That once at the very beginning, Brahma Baba's brother came over to see him. He was very unhappy about Baba and Om Mandali because it had destroyed the name of the family. And people were gossiping a lot about Baba and what's he doing and all these young women, etc., etc. And so he came to meet Baba, and a few of Daddy said, we sisters were in the next room listening at the door. You could imagine all these little sisters, Kumaris, listening at the door, what was being said. And Brahma Baba's brother was yelling at him, defaming him, criticizing him. And they were thinking, poor Baba, poor Baba. And yet when they went into the room after the brother had left, she said literally Baba was dancing and his face just radiated joy because he could see the big picture that he had no bad feeling. His brother was caught up in this body conscious world, so worried about social opinion. It's very powerful. And Baba was absolutely focused on Shiv Baba. He didn't allow these things to bring him down, the praise and defamation. And I don't know, that quality of Baba's to be so stable, so strong, so unshakable, immovable, really gives me a lot of strength in my relationship with him. So I'm sure we're going to have a really beautiful day today. I think if it's possible, just be silent, but a very relaxed, easy silence. Enjoy the company of Baba. And Baba used to say to us in the early days that if you really remain in the subtle region, Baba will give you special experiences. So try it today and see whether you get some unique and special experience from the angel Brahma. Okay, thank you so much, Bhavanaben, and everybody.
Thank
It's
you.
been
Thank
lovely,
you.
lovely to be with you.
So now we can listen the message from Moini Didi and Chantiben on 18 January.
And if it's okay, if I can just say that the Brahmin family in Sydney is having a bhatti at the moment, and I have to go and meet them and share a little bit. So if you'll excuse me, I hope
Okay,
that's
thank you,
okay.
Charlie Bhai, for your
Okay.
uplifting and encouraging words. We really, really enjoyed very much, and we took lot of inspirations. So we will make today is a very special day for 18 January. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavanaben. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Om
you.
Shanti. Thank you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. This time is 57th. We are celebrating Brahma Baba's Day of Remembrance and also Day of Peace. Brahma Baba, whenever I met him, saw him, for every task of godly service, he used power of silence and power of yoga. There will be, and there were always many circumstances, but Baba was always beyond. And even if they are adverse, which could be like obstacles, many situations where there were adverse situations, Baba just used power of silence. Those who had to do things they were doing, but many times I will go in Baba's room to see if he has any direction. Baba will be sitting in deep silence and clearing the way. And I always felt very inspired. And I think we all should also follow Brahma Baba. And for godly tasks, godly service, and within the unlimited Brahmin family, whatever we want in a right way, use power of silence. If it's necessary, you say, but if you think that words won't help, just use power of silence. Yeah, Baba, do call it Mansa Seva. But I think for this anniversary of Baba, we take this determination that we will use more and more power of silence. That's what I keep reminding myself. And that is why 18 January we all visit Tower of Peace. Baba's stability like tower, unshakable. Just in silence, and in silence, remembrance of Baba. So each one of us will take this determination and not only practice for month of January, but all our life, Brahmin life, our spiritual life, these two powers are very important. So wish you all a very happy day of remembrance and day of peace. And just be with Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Through this sacred Avyakt month, we've been practicing the beautiful thoughts of Jivan Mukti and Mukti, and it's been a lovely preparation for 18th January. And this 18th January, let there be that firm thought that just as Baba became the angel, can I also fly and be an angel like my father? Baba had 33 years of preparation to be an angel, and I think for many of us it's been much longer than that, and not just the 33 years, but also 57 years in which Baba has been serving from the subtle region. And maybe it's time to say to Baba, Baba, yes, we're going to do what we need to do. We're going to bring about transformation, and through that transformation, yes, we're going to become the angel like you are. And so, on this 18th January, let there be not only the experience of love for Baba, love from Baba, but also let there be the experience that Baba's pulling you beyond the physical dimension into that subtle space, the subtle region where truly you can experience your own sparkling divine form. The angel is a being who serves. The deity is the being who reflects happiness and joy. But the angel exists to serve. And so as the subtle angelic angel, can I take all the treasures from Baba and share them with everyone that I meet? The truth, the love, the joy, the purity, the beauty, the goodness. The angel is transparent and has all of these qualities. And with those qualities, the angel is able to travel through time, travel through walls, travel through everything, obstacles, and just simply serve others as the messenger of God and bring them to God. So let me be able to do that this year. Om Shanti.
Thank you very much to everyone for your presence, and thank you to our interpreter groups who have done very beautiful job of translating in various languages, and thank you to our technical groups who has looked after technician side. So again, we will meet in 3 month time. Every 3 months we find out one guest and they read Murli for Asia Pacific region. So we will see you again in 3 month time. So now just few minutes we remember Baba and enjoy today whole day with Baba. Experience that great company of Brahma Baba, the angel. So few minutes we sit in meditation and then we finish the program.
Thank you for your inspiration, for your life and love. Thank you for your recognition of the one above. Thank you for your sweet compassion, for your life of truth. Thank you for walking on this earth. Thank you for being you. The river flows back to the ocean. The trees turn back to dust. The sun must set as the day ends, and so shall all of us. The gift of silence is returned to each one soul by soul. I know you hold it in your heart. to the ocean,